Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Oh, yeah, you know who it is. Back again. Look at this. 2 days in a row, Monday and Tuesday night. Shout out to the sleaze out here. Shout out to Paladin. Everybody that's going to be coming through in the chat on X, on TikTok, on YouTube. You're seen everywhere. Please come over to YouTube, though. I could use those watch time numbers. Yep, I know all about this stuff. Everybody follow each other in the chat. You know how we do around here. So, let's start off with plugs. I rarely start off with plugs. I just get into nonsense. If you want to know about anything Dr. Huge, the link tree right there, kids. You know how to use these things. I barely know how to use them. I'm like, do I use my camera? What do I do? I hate QR codes, but I love this one, and you should too, especially if you're using them anyway. I mean, they got you using QR codes at restaurants and stuff. I mean, it's crazy. This future thing didn't turn out the way we thought it was going to turn out, Hustleys. Back in our day, I just thought, of course, by the year 2015, 10 years ago, we're going to have, the hoverboards, flying cars, all in a row, sci-fi movie style. We were going to have, what else were we going to have? That's right, 3D in-person movies, which we kind of have. We're starting to get those a little more. I think they have them in like China. The actual 3D, like the Jaws in Back to the Future 2. All that Back to the Future 2 stuff. Where is it? Not at all. Got nothing. You know what we got? 1,000 more hours of wrestling instead.
No yeet.
No yeet to that. I'll turn them. No yeet. Say that again.
No yeet.
Okay, you sounding good.
Yeet.
Sounding good with that as well. Yeah, check all the buttons for what we got. Oh my God, so many notes, so many plans. Did you know that Rossleys? He was in our area, our stomping grounds. It was in Providence last night. And of course, you weren't going to catch me there. I mean, it's really hard to get me to go out, but to go out to a wrestling show on a Monday night when I already know I'm old enough. I've been to a million Monday Night Raws. In the middle of the Monday Night Raw, I'm going to be like, why didn't I just watch this at home? Save all the money. So they came into town. I wouldn't be one of these people waiting afterwards for Karrion Kross or anything. But yeah. Good for them. Good for Kross. Good for the fans that are all invested in this. Top Row wasn't sold out. So when I see these kids talking poorly about the Attitude Era, which that's the era I was going to shows the most, you guys have no idea what you were talking about because I was always up in them top rungs. Always. Pretty much. I think for the exception of one show. But I mean, I was going to, the Rock vs. Stone Cold pay-per-views and things like that. They seemed to come around a lot more frequently back then. They had live events here, the this, the that. But yeah, how could you? They were selling out the top rows all the time. And sure, this was a packed show the other night, but they blacked out the whole top section. That means you didn't sell that place out. You weren't even close. But then again, would you want to go to some of these very mediocre, kind of boring shows? There's no Stone Cold. There's no Rock there. You're going to go for Seth Rollins' group, which I like. I actually like that. I know many out here don't, but I think he's pretty good. And I think that crew's pretty good. Seems like the rumor is they want to split it up soon. We'll talk about that. We got so many things to talk about. But let's see what the people are saying out there everywhere. And don't forget, share this, like this video, like all the channels. We got one other channel, Dr. Huge Show 2 TOO, which means also, for half the population that doesn't understand the English language. Yep. Dr. HUGENSTEIN. We got a music channel too. Professional. An artist channel, believe it or not. That's how much YouTube believes in us. 52 subscribers, we can get it higher. If you like weird electronic music and stuff, if you're into that right there, in that picture, go to Dr. HUGENSTEIN on YouTube. Search it out, subscribe, like buttons, all the buttons except the flags. Thank you. All right, what is everybody saying out here? I'm going to leave her up for a moment. Let her do her thing. Yep. So, yeah, we got... Oh, they're chatting it up. That's good. It's good to see. Everybody's friends. I took my kids to Raw recently. This is Mac Diesel for everybody on the audio podcast that you should go subscribe to as well. Apple Podcast, SoundCloud. Took my kids to Raw recently. They're 5 and 7. It's different seeing through a child's eyes. They love Jay, Cody, and Punk. Of course they do.
Yeet.
Of course. And every time I go to a show, I see it through the kids' eyes. I'm no Danny Damage out here. I'm not a Danny Damage. I don't try to ruin it and boo all their favorites when I'm sitting right next to them. Well, I might do it a little bit. But generally, in the seats I get these days, if I'm going to go to these events, I'm not sitting in the nosebleeds anymore. No way. I could barely see. Well, you think I'm going to sit next to a 90-year-old lady that's screaming, "Let's go X-Pac" over and over and over again, even though he's the size of a pea? I'm never doing that again. But I mean, the yeet is over. It can't be denied, obviously. They sell the merch. I have a Yeet t-shirt. I have an OTC t-shirt. You know, they cringe, but I think that's why it's cool. I like to wear them on the show. I would never wear this out in public. If I'm not one of these wrestling fan guys that goes out in public and I'm like, hey, OTC, right? Again, unless I'm going to the actual arena or an event where there's wrestling. Because if you're just wearing them out there willy-nilly, you know, going to, I don't know, Best Buy, if that even exists anymore, you're crazy. You're going to get no pootie tang. 0.0 dudes. If you're a lady, of course, wear anything you want, right? You can wear G-strings or trash bags. Nobody can tell you to do anything. You're all independent. Got it. But you guys, you can't wear wrestling shirts. Not in public anymore. I don't care if you're like 20 years old. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, it's not hot. It's not sexy. Okay? I know hot and sexy when it comes to dudes, all right?
I'm not gay no more.
But I'm not. Still not. I just understand. I understand the ladies' thoughts. I'm trying to help everybody out here. I know you guys are a little creepy in pro wrestling land, and you're primarily the people that are watching right here, right now. So I'm going to kick some game to you. And then the people that just come and leave while I'm in the middle of this speech, you're missing out.
I thought I like women.
Exactly. I'm going to teach you and learn you how to get chicks. And rule number 1 is no OTC shirts in public. On live streams, on your goofy little things you do on your phones or whatever you kids these days. Kids meaning anybody under 30. I love the Sleaze's quote. I'll never forget this one. One of the greatest lines. He in the middle of a broadcast, he just goes, I just assume everybody under 25 is gay. And, you know, it's kind of true. Damn, Seth Rollins, you're loud. There we go. You better. But, yeah, I think you're on to something, Sleaze. And we can move that age up to 30 now because that was years ago. So what's up, Coach? Coach in the house. Let's do some yeeting. Let's yeet in celebration of all the lovebirds that we talked about yesterday, right? Come on, where's my yeets?
Yeet. 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 Yeet.
I like yeeting more when Danny's here because he hates it. He hates yeeting so much. You can tell. Can you see the cringe overtaking him when I do my yeets on some broadcasts when I'm like, you know what? I got nothing else to talk about. So
Yeet. 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 Yeet.
And he's just like, oh, like, why did I agree to do this? But you're trapped. You can't leave in the middle of me eating. That would look so bad on the Danny Damage brand if he ever did that. He'll know yeet a little bit. He'll play along a little bit.
No yeets.
Yep. But then again, he's that guy. He's going to all these wrestling events still to this day. He told me. He says, I go to all these wrestling events. There's all these kids around me and they cheer for the good guy. And I just, nope. John Cena stinks. He tells them right in their face. Wow. So evil. So you know who's not evil? Karrion Kross. You know who else isn't evil? This LA Knight over here. This is really distracting me over here. I see myself on 2 screens. It's crazy. 1 screen is enough. Yep. But LA Knight, super over 2. Here's some yeets.
Yeet. 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 Yeet.
I used to have some yeahs, but I'll have to reprogram in this board. Let's look for it, right?
Acknowledge me.
Nope.
I demand.
What's this?
A vaccination to come in.
Oh, okay, that's the preacher calling for vaccinations.
No more.
What? What?
No more.
It
No more.
is finished.
Finished.
It
No.
is over.
Thank you. Now that clip is over. Thank goodness. Yeah, so anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about anymore because trying to like see what happens when I touch these samples. You never know what's going to pop up over here. So friggin' many of them.
Acknowledge me.
Oh, we're back to that.
This is where we shed
It's Hogan.
blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, okay. Where's Dice? I know where Dice is.
I drink that.
Wrong. Maybe I didn't. He's right here.
Oh.
There he is. There's the Dice man.
Oh.
Okay. So Providence loves Karrion Kross. Providence loves LA Knight, who his name is based on a city across the country. Providence is a good wrestling town. New England is a good wrestling place. Charlotte Flair even said so herself. I mean, kind of. Said the Northeast. So I guess on New York, Philly, Boston, Providence. We get it. Okay. And I seen a lot of people online last night not really understanding what was going on. Like, hey, why are they cheering like bad guys and they don't like the good guys? And everybody's kind of like booing Sami Zayn. It's because we think he's cringe. Karrion Kross is cool. Okay. LA Knight's cool. Sami Zayn's not cool. You think that's cool? Did you hear Braun Breaker talk last night? Cut an amazing promo, by the way. But Braun Breaker just totally buried him, in my opinion. And then now he's gone indefinitely. You think that's cool? The beard and the hair and all this? Not talking about these people in real life. Again, Charlotte Flair, she understands. She pointed out the other day, you know, I can't believe people think that I'm actually the character that I portray on TV. I don't care about these people's real life. I don't care about how they are. I'm looking at characters in a story, and some of them, they make you hate. Some of them, they make you like. Sometimes it works in reverse. So they try to put somebody over, Rocky Johnson, remember? And it turned into, you know, we hate Rocky, whatever that chant was, which turned him into The Rock, which made him the biggest thing in the world. After titty surgery and all that stuff. Sideburns. Just come back with the sideburns. What are you doing? You can still grow sideburns, can't you? Anyway, get well, Rock. I heard he wasn't doing all that great. His gut health. These guys in their gut health, right? And there's a correlation to things with that. Called, you know. And if you can't see on the podcast, I'm doing the signal for injections in the booty. Everywhere. Especially for him. Where's The Rock? He's around here somewhere. I mean, look how jacked he is. Where's this Rock? Where are you, Rocky? Here he is. Freaking jacked out of his mind. Got a title that Muhammad Ali's widow or daughter or somebody gave him. Yep. I do dig the glasses, though. I'm going to bring those back. I had the big creeper glasses back in the day. We changed it over. We have to find like some blue blocker kind, so stare at these screens. Do I have any? No, I don't have the other ones in here. I got some awesome yellow ones. They're totally hideous. Yep. So, all right, get off my screen, Rock. We don't want The Rock. We want Kross and LA Knight, which we've gotten and we're going to continue to get. It's great. Exactly, Coach. We know him as Eli Drake. Us old heads. Old timers in the game. He was great with the dummy button in TNA. Slamming the dummy button all the time. I have that sample too. I'll have to bring that back now. Now that he's back in the main scene. Looking to take out Seth Rollins. Just because he's mad at him. But could you imagine Eli Drake wins the World Championship in WWE? Then Seth Rollins cashes in on him. Oh, that would be so dastardly. So evil. Wicked. All that stuff. Yeah, I'm liking what's going on with the main event on this Monday Night Raw. Last night was good. I don't have a problem with these shows. They're not like bad shows, but they're not like super entertaining for me, especially when many of the matches still nobody's getting pinned. Somebody's always running in and breaking up the match. You can tell what matches these are going to occur as well, because it's all very obvious. Wicked hard. That's how we say it around here. Yep. So, I mean, Monday Night Raw, what are we going to do with you, right? The roster is pretty good. It's only missing Drew McIntyre, but they got Punk, they got Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman, worth something. A big something, whatever show he's on. So, of course, he's going to be on Raw. Penta, I know he's pretty over right now. I like him. I dig him. Seth Rollins really playing a heel with him last night, wiping his sweat with his little do-rag mask, the bandana thing he has in the back. What else was he doing? He was zero medioing him in the middle of the match. So disrespectful, Seth Rollins. So bad. And now the rumor is, all day I've been hearing it and seeing it online, Braun Breaker very soon is going to turn on Seth Rollins, because they don't think that things are working out in this group for Bronson or Braun Breaker, and they kind of feel like they're being held hostage. It doesn't make much sense. Again, this is the creative thing, and you don't have to slow play everything. This group has only been around, a month? It hasn't been around that long, maybe 2 months. Just hasten the pace here. Pace, not the paste. Hasten the pace of this. Let's get this going to put over Braun. I mean, they did a good job last night. That felt like they're like, okay, we got to do something. But you should have done this a while back. It just didn't click for some reason. But we got rid of Sami Zayn. Let's yeet for that.
Yeet!
We beat up Jey Uso.
Yeet!
And Rollins got over on Penta last night. I can't even remember. Well, he started to, and then Eli Drake, LA Knight, came in and saved the day.
Yeet!
Look at us remembering things. Yep. So now Paul Heyman's calling out the OTC, saying he's too scared to come back because of the group and all that. Probably. Or is he going to play Akuma in Street Fighter? Which is ridiculous. What a cast. Huh? And I would love to see a Street Fighter movie. Who knows? Maybe it will be good. Not getting my hopes up for anything these days. Everything sucks these days. So he's off going to be Akuma. Who's going to be Dan in that movie? It's Andrew Schultz, right? No, we don't want Andrew Schultz in our movies. I didn't want him in comedy. I don't want him in podcasting. I don't want him anywhere. He's obnoxious. He got that big stupid mustache. We get it. Got it. Looking like the boring uncle. You know what I mean? Oh my God, these people. These celebrities. These Jelly Rolls and Cardi B's. All these people getting involved in our lives. Ugh. And getting involved in our wrestling. Take that. So. Grande Americano is back. Have you seen? Have you heard? He's like 6'4" now. Yep, he grew a little bit. Maybe he got those poles in his legs, like that black dude on Instagram that I keep seeing. Could it be? He just wanted to be taller? Wanted to be a baller? Cat in the Hat and the Bat? Remember that, folks? Maybe. Let's show a picture of him. I have proof. I've seen footage. Here he is. Who could it be? You beat me. Is that Gunther? Is that can't be Chad Gable. We've already gone through that. Even though Chad Gable was wearing, or El Americano Grande was wearing Chad Gable's boots. Chad had a whole explanation for it. He was just letting him borrow it. But is he letting him borrow the costume? I don't know. We got to think hard about this, folks. So, okay. That's pretty good. They're giving him something to do. But again, this feels like the way that they're doing these storylines, even this one. Remember he just showed up in the background a couple weeks ago? Maybe they had this plan. Maybe they didn't. Felt like they didn't at this time. But he popped up during Judgment Day, right? Or it was one of these things. He was just in the background. Either way, doesn't really matter. Ludwig is obviously El Americano Grande right now. This is the type of character they can move from person to person to person that has nothing going on at the moment, which there are plenty of them these days. So in my opinion, this is super over. I like it. Makes tons of sense. And you know what? It probably would still confuse the kids, especially if the parents are playing along. So keep playing along. Santa's real. El Americano Grande is not Chad Gable. Obviously now, right? Get how we can pull the rug over these little kids' eyes? Be a fun game to play. See if they buy it. Then they'll get all mad when they grow up. And then we got this guy, Pat McAfee. It's brought to my attention that he's not being paid enough. Is that it? Is that it, Pat McAfee? WWE's not doing enough for you? Or is it that you're exhausted from all the traveling? Because this wrestling business is no joke. You're going to have to be on the road a lot. Going to cities you don't want to go. You want to go to Providence, really? Providence, Rhode Island. I mean, it's a cool place. It's in my area and whatnot. But you really want to come here? For what? So I'm guessing you and Michael Cole are going to have to break up. And it's very sad. But then again, Braun Breaker, look at the way Seth Rollins is looking at him in this picture. These guys are going to break up soon. That's the rumor, and I believe it. Braun Breaker cut that promo last night, and at the very beginning, he's like, listen, you think this guy brought me in his group not to make me the biggest thing in the wrestling business for 10 or 20 years? And Rollins immediately looked at his wise man and went, what is he talking about? He's going to be the biggest thing for the next 10, 20 years? So there's your hint. Then he went on to dismantle Sami Zayn mentally, physically, and spiritually for the rest of the night. Good job. I mean, he's killing it. He's doing it. People don't like the role he's in. I think it's just fine. These factions for a month or two, we don't need that. We don't want that. What happened to the bloodline stuff? And I'm not saying like the actual bloodline storyline. What happened to the way that we wrote? Did you get rid of some writers or something? Are they just gone? Why can't you write a bloodline long-term storyline in the mid card, the low card for this Seth Rollins group the way you did the bloodline? And the way they did the bloodline, the reason why it worked is not because it was just some extraordinary storytelling and all this stuff. It was pretty simple. And they did the same bit over and over and over again. But what they did is they connected the dots and they made sense from the beginning so you could follow it backwards if you wanted to. Or join in the story at whatever point. And that way, when you're doing the same thing over and over again, the newcomers would be like, oh, this is good. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, why did I learn Bronson Reed last night, for example, that the reason why he's in the group is because Seth Rollins I know they mentioned it before, but they didn't actually give the time on the mic and say, hey, I beat the respect in the Rollins from all the tsunamis. I'm going to do it to you, blah, blah, blah. In a live promo segment just like this, this is what you need. That's why last night's Raw was a little bit better than most. Not like they don't have these live promos, but this one landed pretty well, in my opinion, because it was it's like the bad guy telling you the rules of the why he's doing everything. Now we get it, right? So the bad guys are out here telling you their motives and why everything is the way it is, because bad things just can't happen to the good guys, and you're just like, what's going on? You know, why am I mad at this guy? Why is he spearing him every week? You know, these things have to be explained. The 20-minute opening segment to all these wrestling shows, all these people are like, no, we need wrestling right off the gate because we love wrestling. You guys are stupid. That doesn't make any sense to start a match or start a show with a match. Of course it can be done. I'm not saying outlaw it or anything like that, because you can tell a story in a match as well. But this is the primary way to do it if you want that bloodline type angle to manifest itself, and then you just make a boatload of money. I mean, isn't that the point? Right, Triple H? Retweet this and like this and share this and go to YouTube and subscribe. Let the people know. Let WWE know, because they watch me. Not lying. Not a joke. They watch. And they like lifting ideas from old Dr. Huge over here. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Okay? Okay. So good. I think we broke that down pretty good. Where's Bronson Reed? Let's show some Bronson Reed to everybody. Shout out to the tsunami maker. Uh-oh. There, good enough. Just gaze upon Bronson Reed for a moment.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Don't need to talk about Cody. God, I have all my notes. I haven't looked at my notes once. I got it all in my head. I don't even need notes anymore. I think I need to write them down so that I can remember it. Really drill it into my stupid skull. There's Stephanie Vacker. Of course she loves me. Of course. You guys can read that. I've read that to you many times. It's on the screen. This is Stephanie Vacker, WWE, NXT champion, private chat account. Totally real, not fake. She sent me a message because I'm a wonderful fan and all this stuff. And she's right. I am a wonderful fan. But somebody brought it to our attention the other day, and that somebody is Jeff Hardy's wife. That some of these people out here with these accounts that look like this, with like Stephanie Vacker, with a capital in the first name, lowercase Vacker, who I heard is dating Miles Bourne in NXT. She made another account so she can spend all her other time chatting with her most devoted, most handsome fans in the world, like me. I bought it at first. I'm like, of course she wants to talk to me, but I don't know. Now that Jeff Hardy's wife is saying we need to watch out for this, I kind of believe her. Because Jeff Hardy has multiple fake accounts on like Facebook and what else? No, I'm sure everywhere. But you're not Jeff Hardy, okay? And this person's probably, we'll say 50-50. Because I am so handsome. Thank you. So, thanks to Jeff Hardy's wife for the info, for the heads up. And if you don't know, hey, if Oscar's getting in your DMs or Liv Morgan and they're asking for money and asking you to click links, don't do it, kids. Don't do it. Because that Oscar is probably this guy. Or something like this guy. Because, you know, could be anybody on the internet. Could be a big, fat, sweaty man. You think it's Liv Morgan. Big, fat, sweaty man. Hairy, too. Sores all over his face. All over his butt cheeks. That's who you're talking to. All right? You think that's hot? You think that's sexy? Sexy? It's made a new word. Yep. And then they'll walk away with all your cash after you Venmo and Cash App, Sasha Banks and whoever else that you're in love with. You weirdo marks that wear OTC shirts outside. You could get chicks. You could do it. Listen, if I can do it, you can do it. Coach Huge now. And change my channel to Coach Huge. Ever see them YouTube channels? Hilarious. Imagine being a grown-ass man being coached. And I'm not player hating on anybody's game or anything, but my lordy. If you need some coaching, just ask your bro, Dr. Huge. I got you. All right? We'll get you hot like this guy. Everybody saying LA Knight in Providence last night. I heard him beeping the horns all around my place here. LA Knight in the streets. True story, LA Knight. So everybody come back, WWE come back to Providence, lower your prices a little bit, and then I will be there, and I will also be chanting LA Knight, Kross, the whole Kross family. I'm down with the Kross family. See, everybody forgets about Scarlett because she doesn't have muscles and she's not slamming people and things, but she's doing things behind the scenes, all right? So the whole Kross, we want the Kross family. Yep. And just watch out. If she ever gets pregnant, it could be Damien. Just saying, watch out, LA Knight. Watch out, everybody, at that point. Yep. Just looking at these pictures. What else are we going to talk about here? What are we going to talk about, Cody? Where are you?
What do we want to talk about?
Anybody in the chat you want to talk about? Okay, better with Graves at the desk. That's what Coach is saying. And I'm 100% with you. Did you see how everybody eventually all agree with me? Sorry, I don't know if you heard that. Everybody agrees with me at the end of the day. After years go by, remember when everybody was down in carrying Kross? Even up till last year when I came back, started doing shows again, and people are like, the final testicle sucks and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, final testicle's actually pretty cool. And carrying Kross is like a top guy. He just needs to be used properly. Not putting, Farouk gear from the 90s or anything, not used in the ways that they were using him. They needed this. They needed LA Knight get some more screen time in something that makes sense. Him fighting with Shinsuke and mid-card titles, that's all nice and good and everything. But he's been a top guy, in my opinion, since 2018, 2017? Easily in the WWE. So WWE loves to drag their feet. Can't stand them. Take too long with everything, guys, except for the bloodline angle. That made sense to take long with. Shout out to John Woodmiss. He believes in Joe Hendry, and who doesn't? We all believe in Joe Hendry as well. So, yep. Graves, again, let's talk about that because we love Corey Graves. And that was the point I was trying to make. Let's circle back, okay? My crazy head just going everywhere. So, Corey Graves is 1,000 times better than Pat McAfee, okay? Now, the reason for this is not just because I dislike Pat McAfee, which I do. Again, not personally. I'm not going to see Charlotte Flair in the streets or any of these people in the streets and be like, I want to egg them. I want to say nasty things. No, nothing like that. This face annoys me. The voice annoys me. The lesbodian haircut really annoys me. And the way he was able to just come into the wrestling world, be given everything, matches, screen time galore. Because why? He made his this is the thing. I knew of him from actually being a football fan. You know, I know a lot about a lot of things. I know about football. I know he's the Colts punter and blah, blah, blah. But the WWE are so like crazy for the sports crossover that when they saw this guy, they saw money. I mean, I can't believe he technically is money. I'm not saying he's not. But it's not my style. This is not my kind of... I don't like it. So, word is that he's going away, probably for good. I'm sure he'll come back again. You know, not as consistent. Because, again, this whole WWE thing, being on tour 24 hours a day, it's a grind. And I think he got to see that firsthand, doing all these Monday Night Raws. And now Corey Graves is back, and Corey Graves is better. He gets it more. He's better. And I know they told Pat McAfee. I don't know it, but I know it. Okay? I know they told Pat McAfee, you need to calm it down. In the middle of his whole broadcast run there. Because he was so over the top, screaming over Cole, saying the wrong things at times, possibly. Not saying like it's just super easy to be talking in front of millions of people, whatever. Be easy for me, of course, but not any of you guys, I'm guessing. And he's doing it, and then he calmed down, and then he was just kind of like a shittier version of the loud, obnoxious Pat McAfee. You know? So, we got questions. John, who do you think is currently the main draw in AEW and WWE? The main draw, I have to be super honest. This is not based on what I like or anything like that, which this show is primarily about. It's all about what stuff I like and opinion based. Nothing factual, even though I may say that at times. So don't sue me. But you got to go with Roman Reigns, right? The OTC. He was even getting chants last night. Hasn't been around in a while. Again, though, for me, I need it to be Roman Reigns with a storyline. I think that is what's money. That's what's the top of the business. But that Tribal Chief storyline ended after he beat Solo, started the Netflix thing, and it's been all downhill ever since. So we got to figure this out again. What are we going to do with this Roman Reigns to make him the best? Then you could say Cody Rhodes, but I don't think anybody truly believes he's the next John Cena, biggest thing in the world. They could put him in every commercial, whatever. I don't believe it. Roman Reigns, CM Punk. CM Punk just moves the needle. Same way Roman Reigns does. So there you go. There's your answer. Roman Reigns or CM Punk, really. And JR Cole, Lawler, Heenan. It's not too bad a commentator there. Pat is no JR Cole, Lawler, Heenan. Nope. He is not. Definitely not. And I'll tell you what. I'll take Jesse Ventura over Pat McAfee. Take that, Pat McAfee. Because Jesse Ventura doesn't need to really know what's going on. He's got the voice for it. He understands how to like carry the thing. He gets it for the most part. But then when he's like the grandpa that doesn't understand like the modern wrestling, hilarious. Hilarity ensues. You know, when he's like, why did he just walk out of the cage? Why doesn't his limo rider or his driver pick him up at the cage? Like, and he's like, wow, this is really anticlimactic. And Priest is over there looking like, I can't believe he's saying this, totally burying me without even knowing it, thinking he's just playing the heel announcer role. But it's because he doesn't, he hasn't been around wrestling in a million years. So, yep. Give me more Jesse Ventura, even though they probably fired him after that last Saturday night main event. He better be there this week, Triple H, or else I'm going to give you the business. Online, in a boxing ring, YouTube TOS. And he was. See, you get it. Jesse Ventura was phenomenal. AJ Styles could only wish to be that phenomenal. And I agree with you here too. Cody is very much needing to turn heel. Has to. There's a lot of talk about it lately. He's acting like he doesn't want to. He wants to be John Cena forever, like John Cena was, right? No, Cody. You do what the people say and what Triple H says, because you are completely white noise nothingness to me when you're on the TV. Actually, it's worse than that. It is noise. It's annoying. It's cringe. It's obnoxious. And I don't buy it. You get that the stupid tattoo, the outfit, the fireworks, the fist pumping. Yuck. And it's all me. Look at my dog. Look at my wife. Look at my kid. Look at my this. Look at my that. My dad, my this, my blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, got it. It's like, well, we're going to root for the rich suburban kid that just got it all. You know what I mean? But then again, in my area, that's why we like Karrion Kross. And we give these other guys, those guys that got it, has had it all their whole lives, they get what's coming, you see, from behind. So here's a little news note I picked up today. Matt Hardy thinks he's got like a beef with CM Punk, I think. He's telling a story where he thought he was in this match, talking to Tony Khan about this match he was about to be in, some kind of tag deal. And a couple hours later, he's talking to another guy working at the company, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're good for tonight. You're not going to be wrestling. He's like, what? He's like, I just talked to Tony. He's all smiling and telling me, we're going through with this, and it's going to be great, and blah, blah, blah. Nope. And he's like, well, what's going on here? And he's working the math out, right? And he's like, oh, CM Punk. And then he went to talk to him one time backstage. And as he went to like go to talk to him, or maybe he was like, oh, CM Punk's over there. Maybe talk to somebody else or whatever, said whatever, and then went to move towards him. And he said, then he like vanished. Like a vampire or something. Like Batman maybe. Threw down a smoke bomb and ran out the back door. So I don't know. Is there something brewing there as well? CM Punk. And then on top of that, the Hardy Boys. There's so much Hardy Boy news today. This should be the Hardy Boys News Network over here. Breaking news.
This is breaking news.
What was it? It's my third Hardy story today. Oh, they want back in the WWE. One more time, please. I don't think the Triple H era, Nick Khan era, is going to bring him back. I think the Vince stint is probably the last time. And never say never. I think if they did bring him back this time, it wouldn't be like a WrestleMania. It would be more like a SmackDown before a WrestleMania. And then maybe them getting involved in a WrestleMania like tag gauntlet or something. One of them things they put together. So Punk's still working with children. Well, I mean, when you're his age in that business, it's kind of no way out of that. But I think this set of children are under harsher rulership, and I don't think he has much to worry about here. He seems set, man. And yeah, of course, when he first showed up and he started going to NXT, which is genius, that's the first thing I would do. If I've been asking for some kind of a role at WWE since I know they're watching, right? And if they do hire me, I don't want to go to Stanford. I don't want to be on a traveling show. Send me to Orlando. Send me to NXT, the land of the hot chicks. Thank you very much. I'll go there and have the best time ever. Oh, who needs a story written, ladies? Right? Be one of those guys. Weinsteins. Not a HUGENSTEIN, a Weinstein. See me picking up what I'm putting down, folks? All right. That WrestleMania, this is John again, podcast audience. That WrestleMania, when they came back, was an epic pop. What was an all-time pop, possibly top 5. Top 5 pop. I mean, just huge stadium crowd. Nobody knew they were showing up. That and the Shane O'Mac, God, the most recent Shane O'Mac where he just randomly popped up on a Raw after like 10 years or whatever it was. That was a crazy pop too. The Triple H coming back from his quad injury. That was one of the biggest I've ever seen. And of course the Yeats, right?
G, 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 G.
That's got to be number 1. All right, so damn it. Microphone, come on, work. There we go. Testes, I think we got it back. So Shotzi, I saw news again today that Shotzi has been wrestling with a broken arm. What? So I don't know if you know Shotzi Blackheart. And I again, I'm sure she's wonderful and everything. It just seems so, the way she moves in the ring, it looks like she's going to be getting hurt a lot in the wrestling business. She's got the girl arms, the girl legs, the whole deal, right? She's not like very athletic, very tiny, always hurt, it seems like. And there was an article, or she went on social media and said, listen, you guys are saying I'm injury prone. That's like insane, stupid, and all this stuff. Well, you're wrestling with a broken arm now. Again. So, or legs and heads. I don't know what you got going on, but get well. I don't want to see you getting hurt, but hey, if you're going to be in this wrestling business, I expect this to happen much, much more, okay? Don't say I didn't tell you so. All right, up next. AEW's talking about adding another show possibly, or Tony Khan, rather, who runs AEW. So we might get another show? What? No.
What?
We can't have any more shows. Then WWE's out here going, yeah, we'll do NXT Europe too. What? I can barely get through 2.5 hours of Raw, 2 hours tonight of NXT, 2 hours of SmackDown now, thank the Lord. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, TNA Impact. Then you got all these PLEs and pay-per-views during the weekend. Got All In. You got Evolution, Saturday Night Main Event. They're literally, what is it? The Great American Bash is also this weekend. We're being flooded with so much wrestling. It's so dumb. Stop it. I know that they're trying to compete with AEW. It's obnoxious what you're doing, WWE. And then right around the corner, we got SummerSlam, which is like another WrestleMania size show. What? No, we don't. I like wrestling, but come on, guys. There's no time to watch all this stuff. There's no time to process all this stuff. There's no time to come on here. I could do a show 24 hours a day if I was going to actually talk about all the news in pro wrestling, as if like everybody cares about every single. But they apparently some of the kids do, but they don't listen to podcasts. They'll start listening to podcasts, in my guess, probably, I don't know if it's changed, but back in my day, people didn't really start listening to radio until they were like 20, 21 years old. You know, you're on a job, you're doing something, all of a sudden you start listening to some show, you get hooked on it, you get into it, you understand the universe in the, you know, the theater of the mind that's going on for a lot of people. And now you guys are all spoiled. You get to watch me live do it. And I don't know. Maybe you could be 15 and like this type of stuff. I don't even know. Or did it age up? Because this is boring and we need 10-second clips of brain rot, right? For the youngins. I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm doing. And these pro wrestling promotions, wow, they are dumping boatloads of money into doing all this. Tons of time. Think of all the logistics that must go on where you're going from Saudi Arabia to double shows last Monday, doing a Raw and a SmackDown, always keeping a show going on in Florida. And that sometimes that becomes a traveling show. It's just, I don't know how they do it. It's pretty good. Hire Dr. Huge, right? You got so many moving parts. And your stories are the shits.
It's the shits.
Right now, without the tribal chief and the bloodline storyline, that main storyline you had going for years, what else you got? Again, we can't do this with the lower card, mid card, all this stuff. Keep people in their place for 6 months, say, with an extended, really well done storyline. You're going to really just be flying by the seat of your pants out here, booking Trish Stratus against like Tiffany Stratton, for example, at Evolution. What? Where did you come up with that one? You just, let's run it back. Stinks. Running it back. Do you not have enough writers for all these shows? Because I heard you cut down on it, but you used to have 28 or 30 writers or whatever for like 1 or 2 shows. You probably need them now for all these shows. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's exhausting. I'm with Pat McAfee on that. If there's one thing I can agree with Pat McAfee, this wrestling stuff is pretty exhausting. And before we go, check this out. And I agree with Charlotte Flair here. This is Charlotte Flair writing. Not really, of course. I'm 39, but as a female wrestler who's pushing 40, I promise you there are people in this industry who already consider me old. Never mind that I'm literally younger than Cody, who is considered the face of the company, and Roman, who is probably our biggest star. Never mind that CM Punk, who I'm 7 years younger than, main evented night 1 of Mania, and John Cena, who I'm 9 years younger than, main evented night 2. Never mind that we live in an era when athletes are extending their primes for longer than ever. Steroids. For men, rather. And I say this with so much respect for the guys I just mentioned. There's no such thing as aging out. For women, though, the rules are just different. For women, as depressing as it sounds, I think a lot of people still only know one way to value them, as young and disposable. And I think you see that in the women's stories that are allowed to be told. And she is 100% right. The ladies divisions, they tried to get the tag championship stuff over. None of it works. just doesn't work. No matter how hard all these weirdos simp for women's wrestling and stuff, and it's not even necessarily their fault. Where's Kiana James? That's all I'm waiting for. Give me some Kiana James. Get the man out of here. Get all these little girls with their little arms running like toddlers in the ring and stuff. I don't buy it. Okay? Give me more Charlotte Flair. Tiffany Stratton's cool. We did this the other day. We went through who we like and who we don't like for very good reason. Okay? So, just had to say that I stand with Charlotte Flair. And do we have anything else here? Well, I can save some other stuff for later. Listen, I can do a show tomorrow night if you want. I'm not big on asking the audience, but if you would like more shows, definitely tell us. And tell us at DrHUGEshow on X. Come to YouTube, subscribe here, hit the like button. If you're watching on TikTok, share it. If you're wherever you are, let everybody know. Everybody go follow each other in the chat. Shout out to the people that came through this evening. And hey, if you want a sicko show, we can do a sicko show tomorrow night. I'll learn you something about that AEW too. I know what's going on. We're going home to All In Weekend, right? We're supposed to get pumped for this. We can bring up Dave Meltzer and how he does mental gymnastics about things. Not like I'm into this ratings and I want AEW to not succeed or I want them to beat WWE. I don't really give a shit. None of these guys are paying me. And, you know, that Trump deal, Alex Jones, I feel very bad for you. You cry weeping like a child over, you know, winning another Fooled Again award. But I told you, and I told you, and I told you, and I told you, and I told you.
All right, see, I shouldn't even be live right now.
I shouldn't even be live right now because it's 8:02. I'm going to go make a sandwich, watch NXT, follow me, of course, like I said before, and hit all the links right here. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Where Triple H is pointing. Linktree, comic books, music, shops, podcasts. Going to be doing Whatnot auctions, basically shows. So I'm going to be entertaining while I put up comics for sale on an auction. So go check that out at Whatnot, especially if you have the app. You know, multiple YouTube channels. The music channel will be on there. You can go check it out if you like all that weird stuff. So, okay. I think we've done enough. We've said it all. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.
Going live. I can't do this shit anymore. Fuck Trump and fuck these fucking people.